Good morning. What's happening, guys? Top of the morning to you. Ryan, what's up, man? Marco, Bluetooth. Skynet, hello, sir. How we doing? Everyone sleep good? I slept like a fucking rock. Yesterday was a hard work day. It was one of those days where I was underneath a trailer most of the day. I hate when I have to do stuff underneath a truck or a trailer. It's the worst type of work because you don't have much space, especially this one. This trailer, it was a horse trailer, it was really low to the ground. I had to put it up on some blocks, but still it was really low. And you're basically laying down on your back, working on the bottom of the truck or trailer, and you have to. It's like a neck workout because you're laying on your back, and you have to bring your neck up to weld or do whatever you're doing for minutes and minutes at a time, and then you can kind of put your head back and like relax the muscles for a little bit, and then come back up again. Fuck, I hate it. My neck is all sore. Confined spaces. Just getting into bed. What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? What are you doing? Weather's pretty good. 83. Yeah, it's definitely not that hot. Looks like the high today is 71. It's actually going to be a little hotter this week than last week. The highs are in the 70s, which is weird for winter time, but could be worse. 70 is fine. Once it gets above 70, that's when I start being uncomfortable. That's the other thing, yeah. Always get burnt. I have burns all over me. Sparks, slag raining down on you, especially if you have to use the torch. $50-inch Roku TV? Damn, dude, what technology is nuts. I just bought myself a new TV also, and I was looking at those Roku TVs. That's funny that you say that. I was looking at the Roku TVs, but I decided on a TCL with Google TV because it was around the same like stats, but it was like $50 less, and I'm pretty happy with it. So for the longest time, I've had a 35-inch TV in my living room, which is tiny. And then in my room here, I have, it's a little bigger. It's like a 45. But I decided I want to spend more time in my living room instead of my bedroom. And I wanted to kind of like, maybe have family over for movie nights and stuff like that. And it's just not fun on a 35-inch TV. So I hadn't looked at TVs in forever, probably, 10 years. And I was assuming I was going to spend like $600, $700. But dude, TVs are cheap as fuck now. It blew my mind. I bought a 65-inch TCL brand TV with Google TV for $265. How crazy is that? $265, and then I had to buy a wall mount, so it came out to around $300. Insane. Now I have a nice big TV on my wall in the living room, and I didn't spend very much money. It's basically a knife. TVs are cheap. Cool, man. So you had a chance to carry it now? Cool. Hooked on GEC. Yeah, that's what happens, man. That's what happens when you get a GEC. You realize that the quality is just through the roof, and the feeling that they have is unlike any other slip joint. They just feel the best. They just feel the best. You got 2 TCLs, nice. Yeah, I mean you could still pay like $800 for a 65-inch for like a nice TV with probably better picture, but who really needs it, I'm just watching movies and shows. What knife am I playing with? Padre. Got my Padre over here. Shin Godzilla. I don't even know what that is, but I heard the new Godzilla is really good, actually. I forget what it's called. It's called Godzilla -1 or something like that. I heard it's really good, so I'm gonna definitely watch it. I like Godzillas, but the last few have been pretty terrible. Yeah, I mean, it seems like pretty much all TVs are smart TVs now. I've never used a smart TV before because I just have my PlayStation hooked up and I just use that for going on to Netflix and stuff. But out there in the living room, it's nice to have because I don't need the PlayStation controller. I just have the remote. That's it. What's up, Dr. Drew? What's up, man? How you doing? Oh, Merceau's here too. What's up, dude? Tag, Crazy Roach, Gareth. What's up, everybody? Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness. Nice. I just watched 3 from Hell yesterday. I had seen it before, but only once, and it was pretty good. It's definitely not as good as House of a Thousand Corpses or what's the other one? Can't remember. It's kind of like I don't know. It should have ended after the last movie because in the last movie, it ended where they were all in a car driving toward this police barricade where the cops just opened fire on them and they all got hit with a bunch of bullets. Devil's Rejects, that's what it is, yeah. And then 3 from Hell begins and they somehow survived it. Like it says they were in a coma for whatever, a couple of months, whatever, and they survived. And Spaulding gets the death sentence, gets killed, and then Otis and what's the girl's name? I forget. End up escaping from death row. It's like, come on. Oh, nice. What did you get, Mike? Oh, cool. Action's insanely good. Yeah, I really want to try one. People are saying it's their favorite knife of the year, so it's got to be good. Jim, what's up, dude? You never watched Devil's Rejects or House of a Thousand Corpses? You got to, dude. House of a Thousand Corpses is my favorite. One of my favorite horror movies. And Devil's Rejects is very good too. And 3 from Hell's okay. Oh, you got the Warncliffe Little Native? Nice. Yeah, it's good, man. It's very snappy. Really snappy. And once it breaks in a little bit, very falls shut for such a small, light blade. I'd love to get some titanium on this at some point. It's very reminiscent of the Cold Steel Tough Light. It's around the same size, same concept, but this is better, obviously. Horror movies make me laugh. Yeah, I mean they're not really scary. I haven't really been like creeped out by movies very much at all. There's only a few. There's very, very few that have actually creeped me out. The Terrifier. I haven't seen that. Is that a good one? Oh, you got a Rask. Ooh, fancy. How is it? Sweet. I'd like to check one of those out. If I was to buy a Grimsmo, it would be that one. For sure. I missed it too, yeah. I was working and the time got away from me. I totally missed it. But it's okay. I got my native 5 Maximate last time, so that's fine. But yeah, the prices are crazy. Really, really crazy. Heard Norsemans are failing? Really? That would suck. I'm sure John Grimsmo is pulling his hair out right now. For a guy that's so obsessive with quality, it's unbelievable to me that they would fail, but I don't know. I have to see it to believe it. Is there any video of it doing it? Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely one of Canada's best knife makers. Absolutely. Some of the best U.S. knife makers, even up there with our best. You know, Koenig, Oz. I know. I saw G-Ball's spine whack video got a good amount of views. I thought about it. I could have made a spine whacking video, and I just didn't feel like it. I don't want to. I don't know. To me, it would have felt like I was jumping on the bandwagon, you know, and I don't really want to do that. I don't. Speaking of Grimsmo, I don't know if he ever does factory tours, but I would absolutely love to see his setup because I watched all his videos. If you haven't watched the Grimsmo YouTube channel, it's incredible. He shows you how he makes his knives, like literally step by step, super in detail, and it's fascinating. It's insane. Once you see really what goes into it, it absolutely makes you appreciate and realize that the price they're asking is totally deserving and worth it. Yeah, I saw the new Microtex. Yeah. I don't know. There's a new version of the LUDT, which looks kind of cool. And there's a new Combat Trudon, which for me is just way too massive. For the Ultratech was a little too big for me even. And the Combat Trudon is truly massive. But it's badass, you know. I'd like to do a tour of any knife making facility. I wonder I missed out going to ProTech. You guys know Vu, the old guy that used to work for Kaiser. He was organizing a ProTech factory tour, and they're near LA. It's like 4 hours away from me, or a little more than 4. And he invited me. I really wanted to go, but there's no way I can drive my big work truck that far. I'm just not confident it would make it. And there was not another vehicle for me to borrow, so I'm gonna miss it. But it would have been really cool. Oh, Kyle Royer. Yeah, I watch all his videos too. He makes absolutely insane swords and knives. Absolutely insane. I don't think I've seen better work from a sword maker or a knife maker. I don't think I have. It's mind-blowing. In fact, I'll pull up some images. He'll spend like 6 months on a knife. It's nuts. Look at this shit. Gold inlays. Like, holy fuck. Look at this shit. And this is all like battle ready, like hardened, perfectly like ready to do battle shit. This is not replica shit. Look at this. He'll spend like a month on just the Damascus. Look at this pattern. What the fuck? I don't know for sure what he charges for this shit, but it's got to be astronomical. Look at that pattern. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. But if you guys aren't subscribed to him on YouTube, you should be, because he'll walk you through a whole build of these things. Look at that pommel. God damn. And he's not working with like really fancy tools. I mean, he's got like a surface grinder and a mill and stuff, but it's a lot of stuff done by hand. So yeah. You saw him sell one for like 16 grand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Yeah. I don't even know if I could afford those. Museum quality work. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The Corgi, I didn't really like it. It was, I liked the design. I liked that it was a symmetrical knife. It was really a pretty cool design. But the action just, I couldn't get over it. It was very, just kind of blah, you know? It could have been very nice. Dude, they totally do. They totally, you know, you're totally right. They remind me of like, I don't know, something that the elves would carry in Lord of the Rings or something, you know? In fact, this one right here in the photo kind of looks like Gandalf's sword. I used to be a big Lord of the Rings nerd, and still am. I just rewatched the Rings of Power show. I had watched it when it first came out and loved it, and I just rewatched it again. Holy shit, man. Incredibly good. So good. I can't wait for the next season. Wait, you want to go out again? Come on, let's go. Come on. He wants his breakfast. What's up, man? New to the channel? Cool. Welcome in. Very chill, just hanging out. That sword you showed sold for 6. Fuck, really? God damn. Insane. It makes sense though. I mean, when I was at the knife show, there was a bidding war going on for a really special Shirogorov. I don't know what was so special about it, but the bidding was up to $18,000 for a Shirogorov. So, if that's possible, a completely handmade sword could absolutely be 60 grand. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. That's why he could afford to take his time and really just go all out. Because, yeah, so like 2 things a year. He does more than that, I think. It seems like, but yeah, he could do like 2 or 3 things a year and be totally fine. The Hobbit, yeah. Yep, I read all the books too. Many times. Yeah, I was a hardcore Lord of the Rings guy. It's definitely my favorite, fantasy world, I guess you could say. If there was a Lord of the Rings, or I guess Middle Earth themed game to come out that was, kind of around the same quality as the latest Hogwarts game, that would be sweet. I'd play the shit out of that. Speaking of games, I finally got God of War Ragnarok, and it's been really good. I played the first God of War, not the first, what was the last one called? I think it was just called God of War. I don't know. The one right before this one, I played it twice. My Hobbit cosplay. No, I never got into cosplay. Never got that nerdy. I used to have a couple of replica swords though. I had Sting, and I had Aragorn's Ranger sword. Oh, in the Cable Knives cage, nice. Yeah, that's that Talon looking knife. Clydesdale. The Clydesdale's great. I don't know if he has some available, but it's a great price for a very good quality knife. All 4 books in Jesus Christ. That's got to be a record. Still loving the Rosie. Oh, absolutely. Yep. Still my favorite knife, probably. Absolutely. Absolutely love that. What's up, Sharp Spoon? How's it going? Yep. There's a deal. Oh, really? Huh. What's the deal with that? Like, what is it? For free? Hell yeah. Rosie worth the oof. Yeah. I mean the difference in quality is noticeable. And it's a way better design. Even though the Padre is a really good design, the Rosie is just better. It's one of the best, you know. You can't, it's hard to beat it. No, not this time. I missed it, but I did on the last one. I got my my native 5 Maximate, and yeah, so at least I got that. It's a roguelike, really? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not that far into the game. I just got to the part where you get to play as Atreus, and that was actually really fun. So I'm hoping there's more of that later in the game, because you get to shoot the bow. You know, you get to use the bow in combat. It's really fun. You get to do some long range fighting, which, you know, you can throw your weapons with as Kratos, but you know the arrows go much farther. Oh, you did. Nice. You got a mystery box too. I'm curious to see what those what are in those. Yeah, the Padre. If you're not careful, the way the Padre is, if you let it drop, this point right here gets you right at the right in the thumb right here. It just boop pokes you right there. And I've heard that happens on the Evo 3.0 as well. It's kind of similar design. It just boom, it gets you. So when I close the Padre, I go like this, kind of like leave it up, and then I turn it down and let it fall. No, I haven't. I have not. You want to get in? What's up, dude? You want your breakfast, huh? Anything over 250 should stream quality, but never tried anything 750 or more. Yeah, you know, so at a certain point, I feel like it's around 450. There's not going to be a massive difference in quality between like a $500 knife and a $750 knife, or, you know, $800 knife. There'll be some, but not massive differences. I feel like what it comes down to at that price range is the design that you're paying for, the rarity of the knife. You know, one of the reasons the Rosie is so expensive is because everyone wants one, and there's not that many of them. So they can ask that price because everyone wants one, because it's very, very good. So, you know, at a certain point, you're paying for the design because it's a very good design and everyone wants one. So it's not just the materials that are in it. It's not just the smoothness of the action that it has, you know. It's more than that. So yeah, small batch, USA made, top of the line USA made knives. So, you know, you pay up for that. Yeah. Yeah. I did try his newer design. It's like an inset. I think it was an inset liner lock at the show, and it was incredible. It was very, very nice. But I never tried the FSDs. Did anyone get one in the mail yet? Did anyone order one? I know someone did. I'm still loving it, man. Actually, you know what? Now, recently, I haven't even been drying off before I put it on. I literally, I turn the water off in the shower. I put that on, and then I step out of the shower and I just dry myself with it on. It's so easy. It's like you're wearing the towel. It's fucking awesome. Is there any knives you're looking for and have sold out and maybe would still be available here in South Africa? I can. Oh, okay. Yeah, not that I can think of, but yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Herman's. Yeah, I would love a Herman at some point. That's pretty. That's not far down on the list. My next big purchase could very well be a Herman. I really want to try one. The Sting, yeah, I like the Sting a lot. The F3 Aquatic. I actually got to handle that briefly at the knife show. It was very, very nice. It was very lightweight, much lighter than I thought it was going to be. Very, very smooth. Very cool knife. I did hear that they're making more Padres at the end of the month, or they will have more Padres at the end of the month. They keep saying it's the last time, so I don't know why they keep changing their minds, but I don't know. I'm not mad at it because it's a very good knife, and I think more people should have a chance to buy one. Oh, really? A black DLC Padre? Only 100 of them. That would be cool. I'm not a fan personally of full DLC, but you know, I think it'll look pretty badass. Did you guys see my video on with chopping wood with the Padre? My short. I was pretty. I was very happy with that one. It made me laugh, and it was pretty good. Let's watch it. Let's do a little self promotion. I literally chopped wood with it, and it was like the edge hadn't even done anything. What? Where's the audio? Is there no audio? I guess not. But yeah, I chopped all the way through this stick. It's actually a decent chopper. If you hold it like back on the handle so you can get more like kind of like a whipping motion almost, it chops good. Well, it chops well. Yeah, after chopping all the way through this stick, I cut paper and it was like nothing had happened. Crazy. And it's dropped back so nice. Even when it does get dull or like a little bit dull, and you do need to strop it, it comes back so fast. Look at that. That's after chopping wood. Very, very nice. Kunwu really cares about the heat treat. Gotta love it. Yeah, mine too. They see extremely sharp. Yeah, you're right. It's not that hard on an edge. But if you have a crappy heat treat, it has a more of a chance to like chip or something. But yeah, wood would be easier on an edge than like the Cecil rope or cutting straps or something. That would be harder on the edge. But still, even after my whole cut test, it was still cutting paper. So there you go. Oh, really? Maybe now is the time for me to finally fucking order that thing. That little son of a bitch. That's the big one, right? Yeah, looks pretty good. New member, hell yeah. Cool. Welcome, buddy. If you don't know, every Sunday there's a members only video that comes out. And so you can watch that now that you're a member. And they're all in a playlist. So if you want to go back and watch older ones, you can do that as well. And you could use the emojis now too in the chat or the comments. And if you're on Instagram and you want to be in the members only group chat, let me know and I'll add you in there. Not that I've heard. Not that I've heard. But I'm pretty sure he's doing it with Kunwu. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do more of that. Probably this weekend. Probably this weekend I'm going to go to a new spot and do that for the members only video. I didn't have any luck last time, which I thought it was a really good spot right under the bridge there, but I guess it wasn't. No, well, I did take my shirt off once. I did show off some tattoos one time. So, kind of. A Hobbit or Gandalf emoji. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Wait, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. I was going to see if I could look at that Watuga for $28. The Mim. Oh, you can get. Oh, yeah. Here we go. The Watuga, $26. Let's see. Which one do I want? I really don't need another Warncliffe, but I'll try it out. You can get G10, wood, or jade G10. I think I'm going to go with, or micarta. I don't really want the black blade. I think I'll go with just black G10 and satin blade. Or stonewash blade. Yeah, I'll just go with the classic one. So there you go. Finally going to get a Sencut on the channel. Yeah, I think I actually do probably like the Sakshi better. I think it'll be a little bit more of a useful blade shape. But it's $45, which is still a great price. I can't spend that much money right now. So I'll probably just go Watuga. But I have heard the Mims is very good too. Speaking of budget knives, I am going to be very tempted to get that button lock Praxis. Because it's a very, very good, it's probably one of Subibi's best knives and a very old design. People compare it to the Shaman. People say it's like a budget Shaman. I could see where they're coming from. It's like a broad blade, really nice choke up area. You know, it's big, very ergonomic, much slicier than the fucking Shaman though, like crazy slicey. It's a very good knife. And you know, I keep saying I'm done with button locks, but there might have to be one more. You don't like D2, huh? I like it. I like it a lot. I like it more than 14C28N. Absolutely. It's got better edge retention when it's done right. Traxler, what is that? What's the Traxler? Is that a send cut? Oh yeah, the Serene, that was the other one. The Serene looks nice. Full flat grind too. I kind of want that one actually. It might be a good one for testing. The Sakshi's got a hollow. The Serene's got a full flat. Watuga's the Warncliffe. What else? The Crowley. Slashkin. Here, this one's $24. What's up with this one? 9CR. Looks okay. I think the hole looks too big though. Hey, another new member. Cool. Right on, man. Welcome. I'm assuming you heard my spiel for earlier. But yeah. Oh shit, another one. Trevor, new member. Welcome, buddy. Hell yeah, very cool. Also, anytime I sell a knife, I give the members in the group chat first dibs. So again, if you're on Instagram and want to be added on there, let me know. It's a fun place to hang out. Just anything you want to talk about. It's a good group of guys in there. Serene felt cheap, sold it instantly. Okay. And then with the Sentinel Strike, I heard that's good. Wonder if the barber's going to be great. I can tell you that I handled it at the show, and it felt amazing. It really felt amazing. So, I think it'll be good. You and Cole are my yin and yang. That is, yeah, that's very true. We are polar opposites. That's funny. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with the Watuga because it's so cheap. Sakshi is one of your best sound. Really? What does it sound like? The Glide Strike. What is that? Is that a send cut? Let's see. Yeah, it is. That one's 40. Maybe. Looks like you could front flip it, maybe. I like that it's not a button lock. Because I have a feeling these are going to be mushy feeling. These sem cut button locks. I could be wrong, but that's my feeling. I like the blade shape. It's a low tip. But yeah, you got the belly there too. Yeah, this one actually looks pretty good. I like this one better than the Watuga. Maybe I'll get one of these. What's the blade steel? Oh, it's 9CR18. Huh, well, that'd be good to test probably. See how it is. Yeah, I'll think about it. It kind of does, yeah. Hey, Joe, member for 1 month. Welcome, buddy. How you doing today? Real voice was in the car. What does that mean? The real voice was in the car. I'm not sure what you mean by that. 9CR comes sharp as fuck. Cool, cool. Yeah, I might just splurge and spend $40 on this glide strike. Go with the JG10 or micarta, and they don't have a G10 and satin version, so I'll probably go with this one here. This one right here. He did a stream from his car. No. Oh, okay. So his regular voice. Yeah. Yeah, I know he alters his voice. I just didn't know what you meant by the car. Yeah, I think that was a horrible decision, in my opinion. To get people used to your voice, your voice that's gone through a filter to change it, and then shock everybody with your real voice after so long. That was a bad decision. Bad. And he says it's because he doesn't like to listen to his own voice while he's editing, which I don't buy it. I just think he hates the sound of his own voice, and that's why he changes it. He's embarrassed by his voice. But if he had just done his regular voice from the start, nobody would have thought twice about it. They just would have been, oh, there's his voice. Okay. But now it's obvious why he changed it, because, so yeah, I would have never done that, but whatever. Seems like a nice guy. His channel is pretty successful, so more power to him. I just wouldn't have done it. Do any of you use your knives enough to have true preference on the steel? Seems like most speakers do. I do. I use my knives a lot. Seems like a good heat treat is more important than super steel. It depends. I mean, like, for example, like D2, that's done very well, hardened to the perfect parameters and has a very nice edge on it, can perform way better than like, I don't know, even some M390 that has had a poor heat treat. So yeah, it really depends on heat treat, but when you're talking about like Spyderco, that their steels are going to be hardened to the perfect parameters. So in that case, paying up for a super steel is absolutely worth it. And I'm kind of blown away at how cheap S90V is getting. Like on the new Devo Lush, that's a $200 knife with a hand ground satin blade in S90V with a fat carbon inlay, titanium bolster lock for $200. What is happening? How is that so cheap? I don't get it. And S90V is kind of like the best steel, right? It's got edge retention up there with Maximet, K390, 15V, but it's also stainless. It's kind of like maybe one of the best steels. I don't care about stainless personally, but for a lot of people, that could be the best steel. I haven't, I have a few knives in S90V, but I haven't done like, I haven't owned it enough to really get a sense of how good it is. I know from my testing and use that it does hold an edge very nicely. But I feel like I need to own it and use it for, I don't know, another 6 months to really fully understand and wrap my head around the steel. So I don't know. Yeah, it's there's a lot of variables, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, geometry is very, very, very important. Why don't you see carbon steel and locking knives? What do you mean? Like just base carbon steel like GEC uses? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have as good edge retention as like, super steels, but and most people want stainless. I'd say the majority of people want stainless. Getting the 80s Lesh. I'm definitely getting a Lesh. I was talking to Austin from Traditional Pocket Knives about it, and he loves it. I guess he's been carrying around a prototype for a little while, and he said it might be his favorite knife of the year. And this is a guy that's into traditional pocket knives, like GECs and shit. So I trust his opinion. If he says a knife is very good, it's very good. So I cannot wait to try it. Magnacut on American-made Spadacoats for $140. Yeah, that's excellent. That really is excellent. I'm so proud of Spyderco for keeping their prices pretty low. And they've jumped up a little bit. But in general, compared to a lot of these other, well, I'm talking about Benchmade, but a lot of these other, big American-made knife producers, they've kept their prices low. Really, really low. I'm so happy about that. I think S90V is easier to heat treat at lower temps, so people with an oven can't get it high enough to get good results. Yeah, that might be true. Yeah. Hate the scales on this? Really? I think they look pretty good. I would have liked just my Carta. I'm not a big fat carbon guy, but I think they look all right. Yeah, I'm getting the red one as well. Maybe a little bit, but the Shaman has always been expensive. It's always been much more expensive than the PM2, and I never really understood why. It's as far as the materials, it's very similar to a PM2. It's just, a different design, but I never knew really why it was so expensive. Yeah. But I mean, I bought one. It's worth it to me. All right, we got to get Fookie his breakfast and take him out on a W. I'm going about an hour. That's good enough. Yeah, that's true. They went through the time to contour the G10, so that's probably why it's jacked up a little bit. I still think it's a little overpriced, but yeah, that's a good point. All right, let's wrap it up. Hope you guys have a great Saturday, great weekend, and I will see you on the Blade Cartel Hangout tomorrow night. And yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for the members only video tomorrow. I'm gonna go magnet fishing, magnet fishing, and I'll film it. Hopefully, we find some treasures. We'll see. Love you guys. You're awesome. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.